Good morning, Mr. Johnson. This is Cindy Malone at the office. I'm calling to inform you that it has been 3 hours since work has begun. May I ask what the problem is? Are you at home or are you on your way here?
Please, stop with the jabbering. I don't need this so early in the morning. The damn phone's been beeping all morning. Knock it off, would ya?
I want to say the same to you, sir. You do realize that it's Tuesday, a work day. You're supposed to be at your desk at 8:30. We have not received any kind of notice or request for a holiday. So I ask again, where are you and why aren't you here?
Where do you think I am? I'm at home. I drank a wee bit too much last night. I have the worst hangover you can imagine. How do you expect me to work? Seems glaringly obvious that if I'm not there by now, I'm not coming in at all. Use your head.
Sorry, but I'm not clairvoyant. How am I supposed to know when you're coming in?
I've got a splitting headache. Rambling on is making it worse. Anyways, I'm taking the day off. Does that answer your question?
Mr. Johnson, this is really not appropriate. You only joined the company 3 days ago. There are consequences for your actions. You missed the first day of work. On the second day, you were an hour late and a no-show today. You're taking the day off without permission because you have a hangover? That's not how things work, Mr. Johnson. I've been trained to educate you these past few days when you're here, but all I get is tongue-in-cheek answers.
I'm at home with a headache.
Do you even want to work here? Why do you even bother?
Of course I want to work. If I really buckle down and start working, you'll be blown away. I'll start earning the company millions in no time. I'm sure you already know, but I had my own company before I let you guys hire me. I was a phenomenal CEO of my own company. Don't you forget that. The president of your company asked me to join, knowing full well what I had accomplished. I have connections to the president that you cannot even fathom.
Yes, I know. You've mentioned that until I was blue in the face.
So you know the potential I have. But despite these well-established facts, I get assigned to a mere branch office and not the main headquarters? What's up with that? In the bargain, I get you, Cindy was it, a novice to educate me. Educate me on what? I don't need education. I should be educating you. What are you, like 25 or 26? What worldly experience do you have? And you expect me to nod my head and goose step to your every command. You got another thing coming, young woman. I'm someone on a completely different level from you.
I see. Then I would appreciate it, sir, if you could first generate millions for us. Then get yourself transferred to headquarters. But first, would you mind coming to the office to get the ball rolling?
Like I said, young lady, I'm taking the day off. I'm not my full potential yet, el comprendo? And just so you know, the work you guys are doing is second banana stuff. With my level of expertise, it's like chalk and cheese. I was the CEO of a major company. Don't you forget that. I'm more inclined to command people, not be commanded. You guys need to pay me a 6-figure salary if you're going to retain my services.
If that's the kind of position you ultimately want, I suggest you come to the office and go through the basic training like everyone else. After that, you can do as you please. If you don't do that, all this talk of making millions and this otherworldly business expertise is simply just talk.
Put a sock in it, girl. Don't give me that cheeky attitude. You really think you can get away with talking to someone way above your pay grade?
I'm not so sure about that. You are twice as old as me, but by company standards, I am your superior. That would make you my subordinate.
I don't and will not accept a woman as my superior. Please, I don't want to hear any more of your claptrap BS.
I take it by BS, you're referring to substantiated claims. That's all I'm hearing from you. If you feel such an aversion towards a woman as your immediate boss, I urge you to go the whole 9 yards and show us you can produce results. Then people might take you seriously. I take it you'll be in by 8:30 tomorrow, right? The after effects of your hangover won't last till tomorrow, will it?
Yeah, you want me there. I'll be there.
That's all I wanted to hear. Please don't be late. Mr. Johnson, your break time ended 15 minutes ago. It would be nice if you could get back to your desk right this minute. What are you up to now?
What do you think I'm up to? I'm working. I'm outside making the rounds. How do you expect to conduct business without meeting clients face to face? Call it a fishing expedition. I'll snag us a huge whopper of a customer by the end of the day. Just sit back and watch the maestro at work.
Excuse me? Making the rounds? You haven't even been assigned to a section yet. Besides, we're still in the middle of your training process. For your information, you're way behind the other new employees. Just get back here and back for the next session. I suggest you put that fishing reel down and get back to the office, Mr. Johnson.
Like I said, I'm making my rounds. I'm at a client's place as we speak.
Really? At a client's place, huh? Seems kinda strange. The client works right smack in the middle of that red light district down by 6th Street.
Pardon me?
I see that you took the company car without permission. The car was supposed to pick up a client at the airport. We had to arrange a hire on short notice. I had the car checked out. I'm sure you're aware that the car has GPS. All I do is switch on the tracker and there you are. Nice little bar to conduct business. Besides, should you really be drinking and driving?
What's a GPS device doing on the car? That's a complete disregard of my privacy.
A company car is not for private use, so that thinking won't fly. For a few drinks using the company car in the middle of a work week does not look good, Mr. Johnson. Did you need a drink so bad that you skipped out on your work training and made up this preposterous lie?
Shut your damn mouth. You don't know anything. I'm just letting off some steam. That's all.
Was there any buildup of steam to begin with? If you're drinking, please leave the car there. A staff member will go and pick it up. You'll drive it back to the office and I'll drive you back home in my car. I'll just mark you down as taking the rest of the day off. You okay with that?
That means you're coming to my house, huh? While you're there, would you mind cleaning the place up a bit? The place is a pigsty.
Are you being serious? I'm not your maid, Mr. Johnson.
You're not? Funny that. Laundry's piled up and the kitchen sink looks like a shipwreck. Spotted a couple of huge cockroaches in the kitchen last night. How the hell am I supposed to eat and sleep in a dump like that? I'd be mighty grateful if you'd do that for me. Oh, yeah, could you also take my suits to the dry cleaners too? You do that, and I may even stay for the training session tomorrow.
I'm sure I'll just get a lame excuse, but why the hell would I clean your place?
Huh? Excuse me? You're a woman, right? Women can do basic cleaning stuff, right? Or didn't your mom ever teach you? My wife's at her folks' place now, so I got nobody to tidy up the place, so do me a favor just this once. Oh, while you're at it, make some lunch for me too. I'm starving. Getting sick of this fast food crap. You're probably not a very good cook, but don't fret. I'll make short order of it. Oh, better yet, make enough for about a week and leave it in the fridge. My wife should be back by then. If not, come back and make some more next week.
Oh, what an enticing offer. Can I really cook and clean for you, sir? But I must decline. I have no intention of getting involved in your personal matters, thank you. To be honest, after your vivid description, I have no inclination to even see the place. Besides, I'm too busy to waste my time with you. After I drop you off at your place, I plan to return to the office.
What? Come on. You're going to be there anyways. I can't believe you're that busy. Why be so petty? All right then, I'll do you a little favor. You're a little plain looking, but you seem to have a nice shapely body. Do you want to see what heaven is like? I bet no guy even gives you a second glance. Bet the frustration level's about reached its peak, am I right?
I have no desire to see heaven. And that comment you just made, it's simply inexcusable. I have you on record saying that, so expect consequences. You know what? I changed my mind. I'll have a male employee pick up the car and take you home.
What is this pussyfooting around everything I say? You're getting on my nerves, girl.
I was just going to say the same thing to you.
Like I said, I have connections with the company CEO. You really want to take that tone with me? One word from me, and you'll be sorting mail in the basement. I offer to do you a favor. A plain Jane like you needs all the help you can get. That's the one thing I can't stand more than anything else. A young babe looking down her nose at me, giving me orders? You're just not the kind of person I like.
I don't really care if you like me or not, Mr. Johnson. And I don't give a tinker's damn about your so-called connections. You're just another new employee, and I'm your boss. What more is there to say? My job is to teach you the basics of this company, that's all.
Don't give me that high and mighty crap. I used to be a company president, you know? You have no right to order me around. All you women have to do is obey my every command. End of discussion. What I want you to do is treat me as the president of this pathetic branch office. Then I will show you what I'm made of. You refuse to acknowledge me, and you're gone. I don't mean the mailroom either. You're finished.
Sounds like you've had one too many drinks, Mr. Johnson. You know what? I'd like to see that.
See what?
I'd like to see you fire me. I'm okay with it. Go ahead, try it. I think it's futile, though.
You really mean it? All right, you said it, not me. Get ready for the blowback. I can just see you on your hands and knees in front of the entire company, begging for my forgiveness. You brought this on yourself. Hey, Malone, where the hell are you? Why aren't you at the office? So you just decided to go AWOL?
I announced to everyone that I would be traveling to headquarters today. Everyone else knows about it. Didn't you check the daily schedule? Or did you have one too much to drink and forgot all about it?
So you're at headquarters today, huh? That means they already heard about your little abhorrent treatment of me, huh? They're going to give you a real dressing due, girl. Is it the mailroom, or is it goodbye for good?
I'm sorry, but what exactly did I do?
Please, don't act so innocent. The office entrance is stacked high with your stuff, the little toys that you ordered.
What are you talking about? Toys?
Not your ordinary child's toy either. More of a toy that's geared towards adults, if you get my point. I ordered 30 of them in your name to be delivered to the office. Wow, 30 of those things? Man, you must really be yearning for a little companionship.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No use trying to deny the facts. Those things were ordered from your PC using your credit card. It's beyond question that you ordered them. How could you order such obscene products? And to the office? Sheesh. And did you even have any concern for the other staff members? How embarrassed they would be. I can't see how you're gonna worm your way out of this mess. The only option I can think of right off the top of my head is, resign.
Are you finished, Mr. Johnson? Let me ask you something. Did you know that there is a security camera in the women's break room?
Huh? Excuse me?
There is one outside and one inside. And luck would have it that the camera has a clear view of my locker. If anybody goes in there and sneaks around, the camera would capture the whole thing. Oh yeah, my desk PC also has a camera attached to it. That means if anyone sneaks into my locker, swipes my desk key, scrounges around to my desk to get my credit card and messes with the PC, all as that is recorded for all to see.
Huh? Wait a sec. That doesn't prove anything. I have no idea what you're talking about anyway.
Really? What I'm saying is, I know all about your little scheme. You went to the CEO to try and get me fired, but he threw cold water on that pretty quick, right? And you had no other option but to use one of your dirty tricks for revenge. To be honest, it's a pretty pathetic little scheme you concocted, not in very good taste, even for you.
Are you trying to tell me that I did this?
That's right. You did, didn't you? Why am I even asking you? The proof is in the pudding, as they say. We have video evidence of you going about your merry way. There's also footage of you ordering those toys on my PC. We also have witnesses that saw you snooping around my desk. And besides the toys sent to the office, You had other stuff sent to your home. You seem to have ordered quite a bit. Let's see here. Food, brand goods, of course alcoholic beverages of various types. It wasn't enough that you ordered that stuff to frame me, but you couldn't resist stealing a little for yourself, it seems.
What's this about? I really have no inkling about what you're saying. Stop trying to frame me for some made-up crime.
If you order anything on my PC, a verification mail comes to my smartphone too. There is evidence that you sent the said items to your address. There is enough evidence here that you cannot refute.
You little shit!
While we're on the subject, there was something that I was asked to convey to you from headquarters. You've been fired.
Wait, what?
You've been let go. Fired. We all know what you did several days ago. That's why I was at headquarters today. I just finished submitting my report and all the evidence. That report also included your attitude since starting at this company. The company lawyer will be contacting you later in the week to discuss compensation for damages. You can gather up your stuff at your desk and in your locker and go home. No need to return, of course. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
Hold on a second. Why am I getting fired for God's sakes? What? I did nothing. What's the big deal anyway?
You really think stealing someone's credit card and using it without permission is not a big deal? Snooping around the ladies' locker room? That's a pretty serious and immoral act. Oh, and that credit card? That's got my name on it, but that's a corporate credit card. Truth be told, that's pure and simple fraud.
How was I supposed to know that?
I usually don't carry it around with me, but I took it out of the safe for use on the next bus trip, and you happened to find it. What can I say? I really didn't expect you to steal it and use it like you did. I don't see how you're going to take responsibility for what you did. The only option I see for you at this point is for you to quit and pay your debts.
You conniving little floozy! You put me up to this! You set this whole thing up to trap me?
I really don't appreciate such false accusations. You dug your own trap and fell right into it. This is all of your own doing.
Who the hell do you think I am? I used to be the president of a large and successful corporation. I have connections with the CEO of this company. You have no right to talk to me that way.
Yes, I've heard it a million times. As per your description, I wouldn't use the word successful. I would use much more fitting words like fraud, bankruptcy, embezzlement, misuse of funds, breach of contract. Shall I go on? A former president of a bankrupt company. Yes, I heard it a million times. You sold your home and all your assets and just barely avoided jail time. And you're up to your eyelids in debt, isn't that right? I also heard you're still struggling to pay off the salaries of your former employees.
How did you know?
The company was actually doing quite well for decades, but once you took over as president, the downward spiral began and would not stop. I'm not sure of the reason why it went bankrupt, but I really don't have a hard time deducing why. You do have tremendous business skills. The skills to drive a company into the ground, that is.
Where the hell did you hear all this? Who told you?
Who? Let's see. Who could that be? Maybe you're talking about my grandfather?
What's your grandfather have to do with any of this? And why would he even know about me?
I thought you knew my grandfather. You said you had connections to him.
Connections? What are you talking about? No way.
My grandfather is the president of this branch office. And my father is the CEO of the company itself.
Wait, what? No way. You're related to the president? Your father is the CEO's daughter?
You know, I never thought of myself as the CEO's daughter, just another employee. I didn't get any help from my father to land this position. I worked my way up through the ranks all by myself. Pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. I never wanted any of the trappings of a company CEO. I even used an alias while working. Most don't even know I'm the daughter of the CEO, and I want to keep it that way. You're a battlefield mine.
A mine? Me? What are you talking about?
They purposefully made me handle you. thinking I would get totally duped and self-destruct, like stepping on a mine. You were the perfect motivating force. I proved myself by seeing through your scheme and thwarting your every move. The company tested me. They wanted to know how far I would go to protect the company. I passed with flying colors.
Are you serious?
Why would I be tasked with some guy twice my age with a history of bankruptcy and fraud? And about you having connections with my father? All you did was beg a former client of yours to introduce you to my father. I don't know what you had on the guy, but he reluctantly hired you.
How do you even know all of this? If you know that much, then maybe we can work something out. Please, talk to your father about rethinking my position. Please, I need this job. And what you said about that client, I do know some things about this company. Maybe some things you don't want known.
Let me stop you right there. My father nor my grandfather had anything to do with firing you. That was all my decision.
Excuse me? You fired me?
I'm your immediate superior. I have the power to fire you when and where I see fit. All I did was submit the report to the head office and convey to them that I fired you. That's all. Both my father and grandfather gave me full authority to carry out my duties, so I did. They told me I could do however I pleased with you. Fire you, demote you, even promote you if that was the case.
I can't believe this. This is not happening. I need this job. I can't get fired. With no job, how am I supposed to pay off my debts?
That does not concern me. You created that debt, every penny of it. Figure it out yourself. If you're so in need of a job, why didn't you just work to make it work? You had the chance.
That's easy for you to say. I need this job. You can't fire me on the spot.
If you're thinking of what you said earlier about that client of yours, the one you said knows some company's secrets, he works at the head office now. He's my father's assistant.
Seriously?
I doubt he'll have anything bad to say about the company.
Well, you have to give employees 30 days advance notice. That's even when you fire someone on the spot. Firing me on the spot is illegal. I could take you to court.
You do know your business rules, I'll give you that. Figures, you were a company president once. But sorry to burst your bubble, Mr. Johnson. You've only been with us for 10 days. I think the minimum is 14 days. That means you're being asked to resign while in training, not as an official employee. As a trainee, this 30-day advance notice does not apply. I'm surprised you didn't know these rules.
Wait a sec, what?
As that is the case, I ask that you leave all the company property as is and only take your personal belongings. Once that's done, the security guard will escort you out. It was a pleasure working with you, Mr. Johnson. Good luck on your endeavors going forward.
Please, give me one more chance. I'll change. I'll become a different person. I'll do anything you ask. I'll return all the stuff I ordered and pay for all and any damages I incurred. So please, give me another chance. Please.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. You had plenty of chances along the way. I'm out of chances to give you.
Please, you have to believe me. One more chance, that's all I ask.
No, sorry. You're asking the impossible. Your tone and attitude even now is questionable. You sound more like you're demanding that I give you a chance. When will you ever learn, Mr. Johnson? I wonder.
No. You got me all wrong, Miss Cindy. I beg of you to reconsider.
A little too late, don't you think? I don't want to see you there when I get back. I'll ask security to make sure of it. To be honest, I'm really not in the mood to see your face. Sorry to be so blunt. Goodbye, Mr. Johnson. A few minutes later, several security personnel arrived and escorted Mr. Johnson out of the building along with his personal belongings and 5 or 6 boxes of his so-called toys. Once in front of the building, he had nowhere to go and sat there on his boxes of toys like some street vendor hawking his goods. Eventually, the police showed up, threatening to arrest him for setting up shop without the proper permit. He somehow got his boxes into a cab and apparently made his way home. During the next couple of weeks, he tried every trick in the book to convince my father and grandfather to reconsider to no avail. He even sat outside the office and tried ambushing me. I managed to avoid him and, through my lawyer, demanded that he pay for the damages he's caused. He was now inundated with a considerable amount of debt in addition to his existing ones. His wife apparently had enough of him and filed for divorce. With no way to pay the debt, he borrowed from some very disreputable moneylenders. I heard he was on the run trying to avoid these guys. Apparently, he was caught and forced to work as a dockhand at some shipyard. He's already in his mid-50s, so I'm sure it isn't an easy life. He signed his own death warrant, in my opinion. I have zero compassion for the guy after how he treated me. As a matter of fact, it took me quite some time to clean up the mess he left behind. But in spite of all that occurred, I was able to complete the training for the other new employees and send them on their way. It was a long 10 days of being taken advantage of. To be honest, it was emotionally exhausting to say the least. But my father and grandfather commended me for a job well done and awarded me with a more than expected summer bonus. All my troubles went out the window after that. Now that everything is back to normal, I plan to take over as CEO of this company someday. To do that, I need to put my heart and soul into it.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Natasha? I really have to talk to you about something. If you see these messages, please get back to me. It's really serious. I heard that you were going to be quitting your job at my dad's company. Is that really true? I guess this means that I finally won't have to look at your ugly face anymore, you poor little orphan.
Bianca, it is just so lovely to hear from you too.
It's not like everyone didn't already hate you at the office, though. I bet everyone will be so happy to see you gone.
Well, this is the first that I'm hearing about losing my job, actually. I assume this has something to do with those documents that were causing so much trouble earlier, though, right?
Oh, you mean I'm the one getting to break the news to you? This makes it even better. Consider this your notice that you're going to be kicked out and left jobless. You really should have been more responsible with your work laptop, you know. I mean, sending customers those weird emails, what else did you think was going to happen? And the way you let the fountain pen that your parents got you so ruined that you had to throw it away? You really aren't a responsible person, now are you? Oh, wait a second, I just forgot. I was the one who made all of that happen.
I don't get it, Bianca. Why would you want to do something like this to me?
Because you're nothing but a pathetic little orphan, and even just seeing your face was enough to ruin my whole day.
I really don't think that that's a good reason to have done any of that personally.
Well, I don't care what you think, since my plan worked, and now you're going to be out of here forever. Back to the streets with you, you little urchin.
Wait a second. I think I know what this is about now. You do know that I'm not actually being fired, right?
What are you talking about? I heard that you're going to be leaving the office. It has to be because of all my scheming that I did to ruin your life and career, right?
No, sorry. I'm leaving the office, but it's only because I got a better offer from a different company. I'm leaving to a new office where I'm starting a new job. I'll be out of your hair by the next week, though. Don't worry.
Wait, I don't understand. You're not actually serious about this, are you?
Yep, totally serious. Anyways, if this is all that you wanted to talk to me about, I hope I've cleared up any misunderstandings you might have had. I have to keep packing up my stuff, so I'm gonna need to go now.
Hold on a second. What? This can't be happening. I refuse to believe it. You mean to tell me that some pathetic little orphan like you was offered a better job than my dad's company was offering? You won't get away with this, you little nobody. Run all you like, but you can't escape who you really are.
Hey Natasha, how have you been? I feel like it's been a while since I've heard from my long-lost sister.
Hey Sam, it's really nice to hear from you. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. just keeping on with the usual business. How are things going with you?
Well, actually, I have some really big news I wanted to share with you.
Oh, really? What could it be?
I'm gonna be getting married. Isn't that exciting? I'm so happy, and you're one of the first people that I've told.
Really? You're engaged? That's so exciting to hear. Congratulations. That's amazing news, Sam.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy that you're excited for me. I can't believe it's all really happening.
I just really can't believe that my tiny little brother is getting married. It's enough to bring a tear to my eye.
Tiny? Come on now, what's that about? I'm taller than you, you know? But then again, I guess I am 7 years younger than you, and I guess I do have to admit that I was always a shrimp until a couple years into high school when I shot up.
I'm sorry. It really was just a joke. I guess it's just that whenever I think of you, I can't help but remember you as my tiny baby brother that I had when we were in the orphanage.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when you were 3 years old, you were adopted and got to leave the orphanage. That was the last time I saw you for a long, long time. Meanwhile, I was there until I turned 18 and graduated from high school. Then I was out on my own. I think that by the next time we met, you were in college doing an internship at the company that my husband owns. When he was telling me about some of the new interns that arrived, he mentioned your name and I realized that he was talking about you. I was so excited to finally get to meet you again. And when I finally saw you, you were all grown up. It still makes me really emotional to think about, actually.
Sis, I know we've been through a lot on our own, but I really am happy that we're back in each other's lives now.
Me too, Sam. So I take it that you've already told your parents about your engagement then, right?
Yeah, I sent them a voice message telling them the big news. They were really busy with a meeting or something and couldn't pick up the phone, but they said that they would start looking into wedding preparations.
And so, who is the lucky girl getting to marry my little brother? I would love to hear all about her. Where did you two meet? What's her job? What's her name?
Whoa, just hold on a second there. Let me send you a picture to start with, and we can take those questions one at a time.
Wait, this person is your fiancé?
Yeah? Why? Is there something wrong with her? And what's up with that response?
This girl wouldn't happen to be named Bianca, would she?
Whoa, that was either an incredible guess or you must know her. I'm gonna guess that it's the latter though, right?
Yeah, I do know her, actually. She's the daughter of the company president at the last job that I had. I knew her the whole time that I was working there.
Whoa, what a small world. That's actually so crazy. Actually, Bianca and I have been friends for a really long time, and I've known her since elementary school. We've basically been together in some shape or form through all of our lives. Although, I never thought that we would actually end up together like a couple. Actually, if I'm being honest, it was our parents who arranged for us to get married.
Hold on a second. Your parents set you up with an arranged marriage?
I know that is weird and super old-fashioned and all, but Bianca's family and my parents are all very rich, and I guess that's just how they wanted to do things. Besides, since Bianca and I were such close friends already, I guess it just made sense for them to push us together. I think that both sets of parents were worried about someone trying to marry their children just to get their hands on the family fortune, and this was their way of working around that.
I see. I guess when you have that much money, you can't just get married like normal people do. There's a lot more to take into account there.
But of course, it's not like Bianca and I haven't been dating at all before this. We've been together official for about a year now, and we also agreed that getting married to each other is something we want to do.
Right, well, as long as you're putting your emotions first in all this. After all, this is a really big life decision, and I just want to make sure that you're remembering to take into account your own feelings.
Of course, yeah. I know it's weird, but this really is something that I want to do. Also, both our families are going to be having dinner together soon, and my dad suggested that you come along since we're back in each other's lives now. I'll send you the details once they've all been worked out, but I'd love to see you there.
Right, yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
Hello, Natasha. It was quite the surprise seeing you at the dinner table this evening.
Hi, Bianca. Yes, I very much felt the same way, to be honest.
I mean, Who would have guessed that you were Sam's older sister? Sometimes this world really is just too small, isn't it?
Oh, I agree with you there big time. Here I thought I'd put so much of my past behind me, and yet... Anyways, Sam and I have been in contact for some time and meet up every now and then. I take it that from now on, there might be other times where the three of us are together, so hopefully we can get along. If not for us, then for Sam's sake, right?
What the heck are you talking about? You think you're part of this marriage at all? You were left behind at the orphanage while your brother was adopted. You're not part of either of our families as far as I'm concerned. You're just a nobody. By the way, I also heard that you had an older brother. Is that right?
Yes, I do have an older brother. But when our parents died, he was already 18 and working, so he didn't go into the orphanage. And Sam was adopted out of there when he was just 3 years old. So I was the only one of my siblings in the orphanage until I turned 18 myself.
So even though all three of you are related by blood, you've basically gotten to spend no time with either of your brothers for most of your life, right? That means that you're no one to either of them. And it also means that you're not going to be invited to our wedding.
You can't be serious about this. That's just ridiculous, Bianca.
I'm sorry, but I just don't think we have room to let in strangers into our special day. The wedding is going to be all about Sam and I certainly don't want someone like you butting in and making a mess of things. Got it?
I wasn't going to butt into anything, Bianca, but I did really want to be there and get to watch my little brother get married.
And I'm telling you that just the thought of you being there makes me not want to have a wedding at all. So get it through your head now that this isn't going to happen. I simply refuse to have some little street urchin running around and ruining my wedding.
Bianca, I really think that you're taking this whole thing just a little bit too far right now.
And I don't think that I'm taking it far enough since you don't seem to be getting the message. I don't care if Sam begs you to be at the wedding. I want you to come up with some excuse for why you won't be there.
Hey sis, I just wanted to double check about the wedding. Are you really sure that you're not going to be able to make it no matter what? You know that it would really mean a lot if you could somehow fit it in your schedule.
I know, Sam. I really do wish that I could be there as well, trust me. But it's just that something's come up and I just really don't know if my husband and I are going to be able to make it there. I think it'll just be to trick with everything else that's been going on.
Well, I understand that you must be really busy, but can I at least ask what it is that's keeping you from coming?
Well, I suppose this is a good time as any to tell you that I've entered my second trimester.
Your second trimester? Are you trying to tell me that you're pregnant right now?
That's right. It's actually my second pregnancy, but yeah.
I had no idea. That's amazing. This is seriously huge news to me.
I really am sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just figured that you would be so busy with all the wedding stuff that I didn't want to burden you with anything else to think about until it was over.
Burden me? Are you kidding? I think this is fantastic news. I'm so happy for you, Nat. Well, then if you're dealing with that, I completely understand why you wouldn't be able to attend the wedding. I just wish that you would have told me sooner. But please, keep me updated about this, huh? I'm so excited to meet my new niece or nephew.
Of course, Sam. I'll be sure to do that, and thank you so much for understanding. I really appreciate it.
So I take it that you finally convinced Sam that you absolutely wouldn't be able to come to our wedding, right? But you know, I was thinking, I kind of wanted to see just what kind of place you lived in, since I heard you were having a kid. I expected some kind of rundown shack that was barely even standing, but I had no idea that you lived in a house this massive.
Bianca, I really would appreciate it if you stopped trying to bully me all the time. It is getting to be just a little old, and I have better things I should be worrying about.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? You have seriously got some nerve talking to me like that. Did you forget who I am and who you are?
Well, you started it, so I think it's more than fair that I ask you to stop. I mean, we're both adults, and I'd hope we just talk this out. But I know that it's you who's been coming to my house all the time and leaving all those creepy messages in my mailbox. Not only that, but you graffitied the fence I have around my house, too. What on earth prompted you to do that?
Like I said, you've got some real nerve trying to complain to me about that. Just who do you think you are being so poor and living in that house that huge? You think you're better than me just because you have such a nice place? Consider it my way of putting you back down where you belong.
Sorry, you committed vandalism because you're jealous of my house? Am I understanding that right?
It's all part of my grand plan to get you kicked out of the neighborhood. Soon there are going to be rumors flying around about why it's only your house that gets targeted, and then people are going to see you as a threat to the whole neighborhood.
I really don't think that's how this is going to work at all. If anything, you're just setting yourself up to get in some really big trouble.
Me? Get in trouble? Are you forgetting who my family is? Of course, I wouldn't expect a nobody like you to understand just who they're dealing with when it comes to me. You really must think the world revolves around you, though. If you think that anyone is going to care about what I do to your house, I can do whatever I want, and there's not a single thing you can do about it. Besides, you should be more concerned about your baby than your house. You need to be finding a new place to live soon, don't you think? Because I'm not going to stop until you move so far away that I won't ever have to think about you ever again. And don't even bother trying to tattle on me to Sam. I know that you don't have any proof, so there's no way that he would ever believe you.
I don't have any proof, you say? That's funny because my security camera I have around the house show quite clearly that it is you doing all of this.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean the cameras I have under the eaves of my house as well as the doorbell camera. They're all on automatic sensors and they pick up when someone steps on my property.
Hold on a second. You have cameras all over your house?
Did you really think that you were going to get away with all this so easily?
No, you have got to be kidding me.
Natasha, are you there? I just want to say that I'm so sorry.
Sam? Hey there. What is this about? What are you sorry for?
Well, I heard it all from my boss, your husband, that is. He told me that Bianca was coming to your guy's house and vandalizing it, and leaving creepy messages in your mailbox and doing all kinds of horrible things. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry for not knowing about this before, but also I wanted to tell you that the wedding is off.
You're canceling your wedding? Sam, are you sure about this?
Of course I am. I've talked to my parents as well as Bianca's, and we all agree that it's for the best. And if Bianca is trying to pin whatever happens to her next on you, just know that you don't have anything to do with it at all.
Natasha, get out here right now. Can't you hear me ringing your doorbell? Come out and face me like a woman right this instant. I am not going to leave until we've had a moment to talk face to face. I'm serious, Natasha. I can stand here all day long if you want me to. Get out here right now.
Oh, hey there, Bianca. What seems to be the problem?
You are going to come outside, and you and I are going to my wedding venue right now.
Sorry, what is this about? I think I'm a little confused.
Oh, shut up and come with me. I mean, please come with me to my wedding. I really want you to take me there.
Your wedding? I'm still just not getting it. Sorry.
Please, I'm begging you here.
I'm sorry, but you can ring the doorbell all you like. No one is going to come out. I'm at my in-laws' house right now, so...
You mean to tell me that you're not even home?
Yeah, I'm at my husband's parents' house right now. In fact, it was Sam who suggested that I go there to be safe from you for a while.
Tell me where they live. Tell me where you are right now. I'll go and see you there.
Bianca, I just thought you should know that I got a text from one of my neighbors. They said that there's a crazy lady in a wedding dress who's leaving her car idling in front of my house and screaming to herself. That wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Of course it's me. Who else would it be? Now tell me where you are.
Isn't it kind of difficult moving around in that big dress, though?
Just tell me where you are so that I can take you to my wedding. I'm not going to get married unless you're there. Now hurry up and tell me where you are.
Sorry, but Sam told me there wasn't even going to be a wedding.
Well, there will be if I have you to force Sam back together with me.
That makes me want to go with you even less, Bianca. Besides, I already know that your wedding plans are canceled, and that both your and Sam's parents know about that. So I don't really see what the point of going with you would even be if there isn't going to be a wedding.
There will be a wedding!
Do you know why your parents agreed to cancel the wedding?
What are you talking about?
Well, my husband signed a contract with your father's company, and now the two are very close business partners. So, when my husband threatened to end the deal because of what you were doing to us, your father immediately agreed to cancel the wedding. Otherwise, he would have lost some serious money.
No, that can't be right. You're lying to me.
Actually, there's one more thing. You remember that I have an older brother too, right? Well, he's actually the largest shareholder of your mom's cosmetics business. I actually didn't know about this until recently, but he also agreed to pull out his business if the wedding wasn't stopped.
So then, you mean that your husband and your brother also have connections with my family? That can't be right. What are the odds of that? And why are such huge shareholders in both my parents' companies? Are you really telling me that my whole family would be poor if I married Sam?
It certainly sounds that way, yes.
But that can't be right. You're a nobody. Just a street urchin.
I don't know why you think the circumstances of my birth should control how I live the rest of my life. That just doesn't make any sense at all. So, in the end, Sam and Bianca didn't end up getting married, and I had my second child without incident. As for Bianca, my husband sued her for all her vandalism and harassment. She was forced to pay a fine by the court to cover the cleaning cost, as well as make reparations for emotional damage. On top of that, both Sam and her parents agreed to make her pay for all the wedding plans which were canceled without refund. In the end, she had to pay a total of over $1 million, and instead of offering any help, Bianca's parents disinherited her. By the time this was all over, they only saw her as a huge liability to their fortunes. I hear that Bianca is trying to make it on her own now, but it'll be a long time before she truly understands what it means to earn her way through life.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.